Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday night, and it is Game of Thrones. And speaking of Monday nights, the gentleman who's always joining me, that would be Mr. Joker Voice.
Hello. It's Monday again, folks. Let's just get right into this. And Tyler, I hope that chart has been updated.
Yeah.
What kind of question is that? Of course.
Speaking of updating the chart, because I got home late from the gym, I got a chance to watch half the episode. I believe there's only one set of bobs in this. Is that correct, Tyler?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, so you are disappointed then.
I've had better days.
Well, I appreciate you showing up anyway.
Yeah.
Because we need that chart. And speaking of Tyler's significant other, that'd be Shadu.
My significant what?
I did not consent to this.
Well, it's only because of the comments or before the stream started that you were arguing with him in the chat. So yeah, you guys get to be the old married couple tonight.
Oh, okay.
Just for the record, though, Shadu, you are the little spoon, so that means you take it. It's only gay if you take it.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Everybody's like, what in the fuck? All right, you know what? We're just gonna get right into it because nobody's feeling the jokes, which I don't blame you because but no, what this was actually, from what, like I said, I've only seen half of it. I did skip through the rest of the half, but this is a very spot on episode, and I do remember watching it when it, well, not when it first came out, but after the DVDs came out, and I caught up because I was really behind the Game of Thrones hype. I didn't see season 8, the travesty, until probably like 6 months after it happened. So here we go.
Likewise.
No.
Oh my gosh, man boob.
Oh, somebody's caught up in her feels, even though she won't admit it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Goddamn women.
Now, to be fair, he got messed up. He should probably be dead, but
Oh yeah.
the script needs the plot to happen. So,
Yep.
Well, yeah, and we did discuss that on the last episode because apparently there was some behind the scenes drama, and
speaking of that, right?
Yeah, speaking of behind the scenes shenanigans, this gentleman, a fan of the books, decided to tell the writers how to do their job, and they didn't like it, which is thus why Game of Thrones the season 8 sucked, because they didn't listen to people who liked the source material. So they killed them.
Wanted to make Star Wars.
Yeah, they wanted to make Star Wars. How'd that work out for you?
Haven't had a job since.
No,
Can't
they
imagine
haven't.
why.
Not well.
No, it did not go well. Just giving us a little break here because I wasn't able to join the Star Trek stream yesterday, but Samuel, being still somewhat new to this, he showed way too much yesterday, and he kept getting streams taken down. He got mine taken down like more than once, and he got Alf's taken down a couple of times, and mine was down the longest because they're like, this fucking guy. But then again, we do this the most, so that's probably not a surprise.
I mean, his never went down.
Which is shocking because like mine was down for probably a solid 5 minutes because he just kept intermittent showing it and not giving it enough time to cool down.
Or if it did go down, it was when I was talking with my roommate. But I was surprised that everyone else's was going down and his wasn't.
Yeah, no, because I think he does a little bit less, but all right. So the McQueen is a little angry.
Yep.
Can't fathom why.
He crossed a continent to serve me. He was a loyal friend. And he died in an alley, butchered by cowards who hide behind masks.
We could pull back to the Pyramid District.
Speaking of McQueen, the queen of this show, Lily 300 Mirrors.
Hey, all right.
Howdy, Lily.
Wow. How much do you mean to make fun of me for that intro?
Oh no.
No, that's legit. That's legit talk right there. That's not a joke.
I'm like, what are you planning to say about me on this show so you can make up for it? Just kidding.
No.
I mean,
We already said it all before you got here. Too late.
I mean, to be honest, this top row started this whole thing.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. there's no jokes there. That's legit.
All right. I'll take it.
A shout out to the other lovely lady that's usually on the panel. She has the flu or food poisoning or something. She's not feeling well, so
She has the
hopefully
sickies.
she hopefully feels better because that sucks.
She probably
Yes.
got the shadow flu as soon as she.
Oh,
Wow.
I'll go pay
Tyler on
for
the bottom?
What? I'll go pay her a visit later and I'll leech her. Just kidding.
It's that ye old healing right there. Ye old.
Yes.
There's a few jokes in there I'm not gonna pursue.
Oh my gosh, JB.
Howdy, Jacob.
Jacob!
What up, Jacob? Appreciate everybody who's lurking. Hey, you know what? I used to lurk all the time until I started doing YouTube. Yeah,
He likes to watch.
he likes to watch. And that's him getting it up. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get back to Game of Thrones.
Oh, I come in on the sad scene.
There's a base from which to operate. Then we clean the city out, neighborhood by neighborhood, street
It's one
by
option.
street, till
Mhm.
the rats have nowhere left to hide.
I mean, at this point, that's the
Should
option.
try your earlier suggestion.
Oh no. No.
Round up the leaders of each of Marine's great families and bring them to me.
Yeah, this is foreshadowing of a line that she hears from Elena Tyrell later on.
Howdy,
You're a
Jay.
dragon.
What up,
You're a
Jay?
dragon. Be a dragon.
Oh yeah.
But I'm the leader of my family.
Yes, you are.
You are.
How convenient that you happen to be here.
Yeah. Now, I will admit, kind of feel bad for the dude because he's never to this point he's had nothing to do with any of this, and he has actually legitimately tried to help.
Allegedly. We can't really confirm that.
To this point, we can say he's tried to help more than hurt. Right now, we can't say that he isn't somewhat behind this.
I think he's tried to help to propagate his own interests.
Oh well, of course. I mean, I'm not.
Everyone does that though.
I'm
Like
not
you
gonna
don't
say it's not
scratch
true.
someone
No
else's
shit,
back. You don't
No
scratch
shit,
someone else's
Dick
back
Tracy.
unless you're going to get yours scratched.
Thank you for
I'm gonna have
telling
to
me how things.
separate these
Thank
two
you
real
for
quick.
telling me. Thank you for
Oh
telling
my
me how
gosh. Here we go.
politics works.
I'll sick Lily on him. This is a little far, in my opinion.
I personally don't. At this point, I personally don't think it's far enough.
Wow,
You
two
she's
are
a
on the
dragon.
same page.
She's
Very
a
nice,
dragon.
okay.
She's being a dragon.
Yeah, no, but I don't disagree that she needs to use brutality, but this I don't think is brutal enough given the point that she's allowed this to get to. Because, okay, she scares the high noble families into listening. The peasants still have weapons. The peasants still hate her. Killing some nobles at this point isn't going to solve the problem. You still need to scourge the lower classes because you've turned them against you and they are armed and lethal and they've had many victories at this point. So just like, this isn't going to work.
Mao would love you.
Who?
Mao Zedong.
Oh, Mao? See, Mao killed more people through sheer incompetence than he did actual executions.
Shut up.
I mean, he is not wrong. That is legit history. Let's just say communism has killed a shitload of people around the world.
Huh.
So she's decided that hey, she says they will eat you if I tell them to. And so she's not playing around.
And they might eat you even if I don't tell you that, because children.
They're not children. They're animals. Hyper-evolved apex predators that are locked in a cage with no live food. Yeah, they're going to eat them.
They are still probably in the realm of juveniles.
Oh, no,
They're her children.
Juveniles, but they're not human children. Children
But
are
they're her children.
in the same way that a dog is a person's child.
Hey, don't bark up that tree, dude. You'll piss a lot of people off.
Yeah,
Dude,
I know.
I've seen people say, hey, "What's up there, Dempsey?"
Howdy, Dempsey.
I've literally seen people tell others like, "Oh yeah, well, you know, having a dog is not the same as having a child." And look, I very much agree with that. But if you tell people that, they will knife you in your sleep.
Yeah, no, like I love my dogs. They're not pure with me; they're with my parents. But like, I love dogs. I love my dogs.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, they're not people. They're dogs. They're companions.
No, I mean,
they're not family.
look, trust me, I agree with you. And it's not going to be good.
Idanie zakon. Kostos dał.
They're so big.
Okay, so in the show, do we see them and we're like, since this is really the first time that we have seen dragons on screen in this much capacity, so we're like, oh my god, they have gotten so big. Later on in House of the Dragon, they're probably not much larger. They're probably a little bit larger than They're probably a little bit larger than Arax. Actually,
Yes,
Yeah.
and we all know how obviously how that ended with House of the Dragon. Vagar chomping Arax.
Chomp.
I mean that
Spoiler
dragon was-
alert.
Hey, at
if you
least
haven't
he
seen
did.
it, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, I mean, you've had plenty of time to see it because it actually is. It was one of the only things that was good to come out from Hollywood within probably the last couple of years.
TV wise.
Also,
TV wise, definitely wasn't
Remember-
House
You
of
never
the
saw
Dragon.
Bros?
What's up?
You never saw Bros?
No, I never. I never saw.
Oh,
Bros.
Lord.
I never saw Bros the movie. Tyler, did you actually watch that?
It's a cinematic masterpiece. So
Is it? You know, I might actually have to
God.
review it just as a gag review. Just
Ugh.
to,
there's a lot of gagging in it.
oh, you took
Don't
it.
they also like try to
Oh.
argue that
You said-
Abraham
you said
Lincoln was
gagging.
gay?
Rim shot. That's that.
Okay. Yeah.
that deserves it right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, back. That just happened. So they both have a snack now because the dragon tore this dude into two parts.
Yeah.
Right. Now, in this part here, I think Danny's like, it's kind of a weird type of a flirt, even though it's not a flirt. It's just kind of like, oh, you want to be close to me, huh? You want to be close to me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's different. It's-
Boosh.
Oh
Boosh.
God, here we go. What up, Boosh?
Yo.
Or as it was mistakenly called on Friday night, you were called Bush. So welcome to Bush. I told Shadow
Sorry about
to
that.
steer into the skid. Why are you apologizing? He calls you should do. Embrace it. Dempsey says Dark is the best show of the last 10 years. I have not seen that, but Bush says that you guys got off Nomi. No, Nomi is not feeling well. She's got the food poisoning or something. She got like the fluish.
She's got the shadow flu.
She got the shadow flu. You know, she was talking to the kid too much. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
great
Let's
scene. Great
let's
scene.
get straight into the conversation.
So I got a lot of these review videos that
I need your advice.
put out.
What the hell is that?
It's something I want to do, something I have to do. But it'll divide the Night's Watch. Bitterly. Half the men will hate me the moment I give the order.
Half the men hate you already, Lord Commander. Do it.
Good point.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That doesn't matter.
He's not wrong.
Yes.
You. You will find little joy in your command, but with luck, you will find the strength to do what needs to be done.
Kill the boy.
Kill the boy, Jon Snow. Winter is almost upon us. Kill the boy. And let the man be born.
I thought the kid was weird, but I don't think you should go that far. He's a little weirdo, but
I think this is probably one of my favorite scenes of this entire episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
And and then right before he's talking to John, he's talking to Sam about a lone Targaryen on the other side of the world, And even though he has not seen another Targaryen in decades, and he's blind, he's ready to die, there's still that love he has for his
shit. He was talking to Sam about that.
For his lineage, because he should have been king.
I'll back up a little bit. I do want to just highlight that little, imagine there you go. Yeah, this is because I thought he said that to John, but that's my bad. That's my fault. That's my fault. That's on me.
No worries, Ryan. No worries.
She sounds like quite a woman.
And she's alone, under siege. No family to guide her or protect her. The last relation, thousands of miles away. Useless. Dying.
Don't say that, Mr. Raymond.
A Targaryen, alone in the world. It's a terrible thing.
Now, I think we can both agree. Now, obviously, when this came out, that didn't resonate a whole lot. It resonated quite a bit because a lot of people love Danny. Boosh says, John, make me a promise. Don't sleep with your aunt. She McQueen. I don't think they knew that when they did that, right? I can't remember.
No,
It
they
was
had no clue.
No.
So
I don't even think George knew at that point.
Yes, he did.
Well, George might have known, but
there are like 3 or 4 possibilities for his parentage that I could easily see George being like, I don't know.
It is well documented from both the creators when they pitched the idea and George, the initial meetup, when George asked them, who is Jon Snow's mom? They both said Lyanna Stark, who was married to Rhaegar, who was married to Rhaegar. That settles any of the other theories.
Hey, I can't confirm that. So I mean, if he heard that, I'm gonna dudes, JV's been really reliable when it comes to numbers and shit. So, but you know what? It's not, the apple doesn't fall far from the Targaryen tree, right? Like,
True.
so it's really not that surprising after watching House of the Dragon.
I mean, let's be honest. A Targaryen family tree is more like a family wreath.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at one of the big romances from House of the Dragon. It's Rhaenyra and Daemon, and it's it's like, and people, even though it's weird,
tracks.
It tracks, even though it's so weird. People are like going, yeah, go ahead.
It may be weird, but it's all relative.
It is all relative. I'll tell you what.
Oh, this is also a good scene.
Anyone else?
Yeah, it is.
I love Tormund Giantsbane.
Yes.
What about you? Hard to lead when you're in chains. What if I unchained you? Why would you do that?
Valid question.
Because you are not my enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not yours. You sure seemed like my enemy when you were killing my friends. For 8,000 years, the Night's Watch have sworn an oath to be the shield that guards the realms of men. And for 8,000 years, we've fallen short of that oath.
Oof.
You belong to the realms of men. All of you. And now everything is going to change. It is. Why now? Because now, I am Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. What would you have me do? Lord Commander. And if we go north of the wall, gather the remaining free folk wherever they are and bring them back here. I'll open the gates for them and let them through. I'll find them lands to settle south of the wall.
Oh, Boosh. That comes later. Later.
Yeah, it does come later. Let's just say that Tormund,
he's got a thing.
He's got a thing he's got a type, and it's big women. And I'm not talking about like big women. I'm talking about big women.
Just think blonde refrigerator.
Yeah. It's a little endearing. I kind of like it. It's funny.
That's my favorite. It's one of my favorite memes that came out of this show.
Yeah. I completely agree.
And neither will I. I don't want them to kneel for me. I want them to fight with me when the time comes. The day I ask my people to fight with the crows is the day my people cut my guts from my belly and make me eat them. And how many of your people can't fight? The women, the children, the old, the sick, what happens to them? You're condemning them to death. Worse than death, because you're too proud to make peace.
Not wrong.
Maybe you're not proud. Maybe you're just a coward.
Ooh.
That's a little far.
Oh yeah.
That's a big man.
Even in chains.
Well, John's not that tall, so.
No. But Tormund is.
But I mean, look, okay. But just look at, so even, I don't know from a filmmaking standpoint, if that's done with a camera or whatnot. But John's head looks so tiny to Tormund's head. Maybe that's the beard just giving it more.
Yeah. It also looks like it's the camera angle just to really sell. I mean, Tyler has practical experience. I only got academic experience with this, but that very well could be an intentional thing because they've done stuff like that before in Game of Thrones, like Cersei in the Mountain.
I think he's just a tall dude.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't think he.
With a big head.
I think he's probably about as tall as Brienne is. So I think he's probably in the neighborhood of 6'3", 6'4". So, which would put him on par with the Hound. Now the Mountain is like 6'6".
Oh, I saw.
Oh, well, the first one was the second one. The guy who has like the 5'3" wife. He's like 6'8". He's cute. He's 6'9". Okay.
And,
so he's
and I saw a picture. I saw a picture of him with his I saw a picture with him and his of him and his brothers. He's the short one.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Holy monkey.
7 feet tall guys.
Jesus.
Also Googled Tormund's actor's height. Christopher Hivjer. I'm sorry to any Danish people Norwegian people. I can't pronounce your language. He's exactly 6 feet tall. So if he's wearing boots in this scene, he's probably closer to 6'3", 6'4".
Depending on, probably about 6'2". Well, look at it this way, okay?
And I think Kit is like 5'10", 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, I think he's like 5'8".
He's like a Tom Cruise height.
That's okay. I don't think Lily's that tall.
I think 5'8" is the perfect height, you guys.
Actually, Kit Harington is about 5'8", 5'8.3".
Tyler, are you 5'8"?
Perfect height. It doesn't matter what height I am. I'm objective. Okay?
I think he's 5'6" based off that.
I think you're 5'6" based off. Shut up, Shadow.
Hold on, that requires
I'm in danger.
No, I'm not.
That was good though.
You're always in danger. We'll just say.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Get south of the wall before it's too late. We don't have much time, and they have less. The walkers are coming, and they'll hit your people first. I'm not asking you to make peace to save your skin. Make peace to save your people.
Honest proposition.
Yeah. So it is kind of like weird because the free folk, the whole thing with the free folk is they're divided. They're not equal. So why would Tormund alone be able to get them to like work together? It kind of forgets that they're a bunch of disunified clans barely working together.
Stannis about lending you his fleet.
Because Mance was able to unify them under one common cause, and so now that they have a central meeting place, they have a sense of community. Yes, everyone still hates the Thens, but they all come. But if Mance is if they see Tormund, they kind of know him, they respect him, and what he does when they get to Hard at Home also kind of throws more of a prominence among them.
Yeah, like the bit in Hardhome, which is in the future, like that works because he's basically getting the different leaders to go, hey, we need to work together. But the way John's selling it, and John would know better than anyone else, he's making it seem like Tormund alone is able to get these people to work together. Rather, it's just Tormund would be able to open up that conversation.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
Bush says it's weird hearing John say more than 3 different lines of dialogue.
Yeah, I know it is weird.
It's probably one reason the ladies like him. He's very stoic. He's a very stoic character. Man of few words, right?
Yeah.
Ladies don't necessarily like guys that do a lot of talking. That kind of jabber at the mouth.
Tired of that jibber jabber.
Yeah.
She's going. Ollie?
Thank you. Ollie.
Oh, is this after his speech?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I skipped over the speech because look, we know what's gonna happen. We know that he's gonna rally to get Stannis to help out and all that. Look, so I kind of wanted to go over more of see the aftermath of what we know is gonna happen.
Him letting the Night's Watch know that hey, we're gonna let the
yes.
Wildlings over. Yeah,
which is gonna go over like a fart in a spacesuit.
Say it to me. Say it. It's all right.
You don't mean it, do you? Telling the wildlings you want to make peace. You're just doing it to trick them.
It's not a trick.
They burnt my village. They put an arrow through my father's head right in front of me. They butchered my mother. Everyone I ever knew.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
I know what it's like to lose the people you love.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
I know this
He's lost a
is
shitload too.
Yeah.
But winter is coming. We know what's coming with it. We can't face it alone.
Will there be anything else you need, Lord Commander?
I think that joke went over my head, to be honest with you.
John is so smart. I love this whole thing with him.
Yeah, it's because it's a smart play in the sense of yes, he knows what's coming, but also when it comes to a leadership role, to be quite frank, if everybody as a leader likes you, you're doing something wrong. You're not being a leader. Because I've been in more than my fair share of leadership roles, and trust me, you're bound to. I've even been in a leadership role where I was a leadership of my peers, but I also had to be kind of the buffer between them and management, and I was always pissing somebody off.
That's the worst place to be.
That is the worst place to be.
Same
And
here. It's not as fun as everyone makes it out to be.
No,
at
and
all.
I did it for years. I
Me
did it for
too.
years.
That's like being the team captain. It's
No,
super
because
crazy.
you're always going to piss somebody off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trust me, I had more than my fair share of okay. I see what. Thanks, JB, for the DM the in the private chat, because I was like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Bush also clarified in chat.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Dempsey says, quote, I've been in my fair share of leaders. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
D-Day!
What up,
Howdy,
buddy?
D-Day.
So all right, now we're speaking of the blonde refrigerator.
Brother.
Yep. Dempsey's favorite, which I must give credit where credit is due, he coined that term.
Yes, he did.
Sansa's in danger, even if she doesn't realize it.
Sansa's in danger.
I think Sansa's got a pretty good idea she's in danger.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, not even Brienne knows exactly how much danger Sansa's in. No one can. Ramsay is a Joffrey, but with the follow through. No one can predict that.
And let's just say this: Joffrey followed through quite a bit. Boosh says everyone gripes to you and shit still runs downhill, Ryan. Middle management gets it from both sides. Yeah, and I wasn't even technically considered management. I actually let's just say I've
Gets it from both sides.
Yeah, you get it from both sides. And trust me, there's no loop. No loop.
He's inside.
I think I was I? I don't remember if I was actually considered management.
They wanted
But
me to be
yeah,
management.
I
And I told
still
them
got
no. I told them no. I was like, they're like, well, you get a what they said, you get an 11% raise, and I said, yeah, for working about an extra 15 hours a fucking week. I said no, and I was in a position because I was in the middle. I could actually argue with management based on the rules and regulations of USPS because, but if I would have actually become a supervisor, I would have just been yes or it would have been like okay. Like I would have been.
I feel for John because that was literally me. I graduated, got my license, started working, and I think 3 months later they put me in charge of it.
Yeah, it's
that's one of those
yeah.
things where I was asked to move up, and they said, you get like a 12% raise, and then I'm like, if you're gonna pay me to be hated, it's gonna be a lot more than that.
Yep. And I also would have went from would have went from hourly to salary. Oh no,
not in my world.
Yeah,
that's a pay cut. That's a pay cut.
Yeah, especially only at like 11%. I was like, no, I could easily stay where I was. Speaking of staying where you are, this next scene, let's just say it's there's only a smidgen of shadow.
I got you, Boosh. I got you.
No pun intended, but I can't show this part, so we're just gonna listen to the audio.
Were you staring at her?
Miranda.
With all her bones protruding out of everywhere.
Right? Oh, she got some hip bones.
She got some bony hips.
She's too skinny. Too skinny.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that would probably be par
for I had this morning.
That'd probably be par for the course in that time frame. So I don't know if maybe that was something.
Well, also I could also see it as like Ramsey exerting, because like we see he is, even to her, this person he's probably the closest to, he is still a sadistic motherfucker to her. So I could easily see it as like he likes her skinny, so he forces her to be skinny as like a soft way of showing that, yeah, Ramsey's a piece of shit. Even more so.
But her father has a position of some prominence within how that house works. So it's not like she's longing for food. Maybe not to the point that Ramsey is, but she has access to food.
Yeah, she has access, but he doesn't let her eat it, is my point.
Well, they're both kind of weird. They're both kind of weird. So she probably, I don't know. I think the actress is probably just like that. But thinking about it in that time frame, she's just as weird as him too. So she's, I don't know, probably.
Yeah, they're both raging weirdos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get through this audio scene, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit because I don't want to have an accidental oops of like accidentally clicking a button or whatever, because StreamYard's acts funky sometime. So I'm gonna 1.25 it, and then we'll discuss it as soon as the nudity is gone.
Yeah, sorry, Tyler.
And I meant it. When I was a bard, I named Snow.
But
I'm a Bolton now.
But Tyler, where do these boobs rank on your chart, though?
It's a great question.
I'm furthering a dynasty.
Tyler, you muted.
You think she's pretty?
Muted.
Of course I do. I'm not blind.
Probably the bottom 20%.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not my favorite. Not my favorite.
Okay.
I mean, also
malnourished boobs are not a.
I mean, also for the ladies, you get to see man butt. So I mean,
Wait. Let me guess, Tyler. Demasande boobs were up
towards top tier right there.
Top tier.
You're the Candle Master's daughter.
We can let Shadow rank the guy butts.
That's not nice.
He's got a chart over there. He hasn't showing you guys. But
Well,
like-
it's very
and in
in-depth and disturbing.
well, and in the show there's male peepees too. So I'm sure he has a chart to rank those as well.
Yeah.
No thanks. I'll leave that for you, JV.
Whoa! Shots fired.
Boosh says, I think Miranda is hot. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not
She's
saying
hot.
she's ugly, right? I just
Yeah.
saying she could probably stand to eat a couple of
I
sandwiches.
do.
In like a Great Depression era, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't
Like
I don't
Dust Bowl
mind-
kinda
I don't
girl?
mind-
Yeah,
I don't
I
mind
get you.
girls having a little bit of meat, meat on their bones. It's okay.
Yeah.
Boosh.
Like, oh no, that's okay. I got memed to hell and back yesterday, so it's okay. Shadu can take it on the chin a couple of times. Yes,
Yeah.
pun
Yes, you can.
intended.
Yes, it can. Pun intended.
Milady, I've come to refill the wash basin.
Oh, I don't.
The North remembers. The North
Still
remembers.
have friends in the North. If you're ever in trouble, light a candle in the highest window of the broken tower.
But who?
You're not alone.
Sansa's like, all right. So let's see. Okay, here we go.
So
Here comes Psycho.
I made it myself.
Psycho B.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
with this is just a
I'm Miranda.
yeah.
The kennel master's daughter. May I?
I'll just say somebody in this scene has the nicest boobs out of the two. Even if you don't get to see them.
Also, why is she still dyeing her hair black? It's not a secret she's Sansa
My
Stark.
mother.
I don't know if a lot of time has lapsed, so maybe it's still technically dyed. I think it's just maybe what they went for there. They could have even filmed several episodes, maybe back to back over a couple of days, and that's why.
Maybe, but like,
I'm your husband's body pillow.
Or
I'll tell
maybe
ya.
or maybe they really don't have the means for her to go back to red right away in that time frame, so it just has to naturally grow out.
Well, and see, that's what I'm saying. They're letting it, not just because of a practical schedule for like shooting, but also at the same time, time frame wise, in there, like it hasn't changed yet.
Since when have they cared about timeline in this?
I would just taking a guess. It is a great question. It really is. It's not a bad question, kid. I'm being
Because like
serious.
the reason she dyed her hair and went by Elaine was to hide the fact that she was Sansa Stark. But everyone, like even in the Eyrie, everyone just calls her Sansa or Lady Sansa or Lady Stark. No one ever refers to her as Elaine. So why? So the dyed hair, you would assume that she's still trying to keep her identity incognito.
Or
But no
maybe
one
she
calls her
likes
Elaine.
it. Why do we dye our
Yeah.
hair? Why do I dye my hair?
Right, but in later seasons, she goes back to red.
Yeah, so she might be going through a little phase right now. Not
I think Sansa is enjoying, not to steal a stupid line from our media about our president. What up, Brandon Looney Tunes? What up, buddy? Man, what's up, Doc? I had to do it.
Don't do that again.
What? It's Bugs Bunny, fucker. You know what, Tyler? I don't want to hear the mouth.
No. I do not consent to this.
I do not consent to this abuse. You know, Sansa might be enjoying being the darker version of herself. We can start calling her Dark Sansa, like Dark Brandon for our president. Stupid crap.
I'd rather have a mother.
Maybe, I guess.
It's not the same. Still, it's good to remember. Remember the way things were. I almost forgot. There's something else to help you remember.
That is a terrible smile. That is a terrible smile. Yes, Boosh, I saw it. He said Dark. Says Dark Phoenix. Yeah. Flop.
down there at the end.
We run into old familiar face here. I'm gonna cut the fucking exposition of walking down the fucking hallway.
Theo.
No, Reek. No, it's Reek. No wonder Boosh. He says she looks like my ex Miranda does. Jesus.
I'm not surprised.
Dempsey says I don't like Sansa's arc. She doesn't.
Thank you, Dempsey.
No, I agree.
I've said this in the past. She doesn't become a good person because she uses all the tactics that she gets from Cersei and Littlefinger, but she doesn't become a bad person because she never commits to any of the villainous or evil shit that they did. She is just girl boss that flip-flops between manipulator and stoic honorable queen whenever the writers want. Just like Arya goes between faceless man to Arya Stark. What if the writers want her to avenge her family, she avenges her family. If they want her to be weird so they can build random tension, they have her be weird so they can build random tension. And then she randomly decides to be Christopher Columbus.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And
yeah. Sorry,
no, you're good, man. You're good.
That is like one of the specific things about the later seasons that will always get me fired up because it just absolutely it's wasted payoff, and both of them actively butcher Jon's major character arcs in later seasons so that they can be built up as badass for absolutely no payoff.
Agreed.
100,000%.
All right, and I'm gonna just mute and calm down.
What? Damn, were you talking that whole time?
She came to the kennels. She saw you. Yes. I'm sorry, Master. Forgive me. I didn't think. Come here.
I mean, he was in a cage. There's nothing he could do about it. I mean, he's Reek.
Classic Reek.
You mustn't keep.
Well, why isn't he asking what Sansa was doing down there in the first place?
Yeah. I like
because that would have led him to his Miranda taking her there on purpose.
Yeah. He's gonna give his puppy a pat on the head. Yeah. No, it's beyond messed up. It's fucked up. It's getting creepy.
Give me your hand.
Bow chicka bow bow.
What, Lily?
Give me your hand. Close your eyes and feel.
I was gonna make a Fight Club joke, but I think we scared off Lily.
Oh shit. Lily, yeah, Lily's back. Lily, we thought you left us.
Sorry, I pushed the wrong button.
No worries.
It happens to me all the time. Yeah. Bush is like, nope. All of them, nope. Yeah. No, I mean, he says, get on your knee, dude. I'm not. It's like, no. Like, what are you talking about? Get on your knees. But he's Reek. He has literally no agency. He is not a person anymore.
I forgive you.
And this is actually smart on Ramsay's part because it makes Reek more loyal to him.
Your chamber suitable, my lady.
Yes, thank you, my lord.
Allow me.
Creep.
Mother.
Thank you, Ramsay.
My lady, we are all a family, we Northerners. Our blood ties go back thousands of years. So I'd like to drink to our wedding. May our happiness spread from Moat Cailin to the last hearth.
To your wedding.
To your wedding. It must be.
Boosh says, because of my previous comment, there's some meat left on the bones. Ryan, go fetch the dog. Yeah.
Difficult
So-
for you, being in a strange place. This isn't a strange place. This is my home.
Mm-hmm.
People who are strange.
Wow.
You're right. Very strange.
You little peckerhead.
More wine, please.
Oh, it brings out Reek. I forgot he brings out Reek.
I heard you two had been reunited. In a fitting place for it. I like to imagine that the last time you spoke was in this very room.
Jesus. Psycho.
Are you still angry with him after he... what he did? Don't worry. The North remembers. I punished him for it. He's not Ironborn anymore. Not Theon Greyjoy anymore. He's a new man. A new person. Anyway. Aren't you Reek?
Yes, Master.
That's his new name. Reek.
Why are you doing this?
Because Reek has something to say to you. Don't you, Reek?
Jesus. This part's really screwed up.
An apology? Apologize to Lady Sansa for what you did. Apologize for murdering her two brothers.
What up, Sleazy?
Howdy, Sleazy.
Hold on. I gotta highlight this.
I'm good.
Sleazy said, Sleazy says, glad to see there's at least one interactive person on the panel this week. How you doing, Tyler?
I mean, technically, Lily, there's two because Lily just doesn't turn her camera on.
Hey, well, you know what? Maybe Sleazy doesn't like the ladies, all right?
Do.
Look, I'm just saying, are you assuming that Sleazy likes ladies? Because in my opinion, that's bigoted.
You don't have to like either or to be able to say if someone's attractive or not.
No, that is
Thank
a
you.
great point. That's a great point. Yeah, no.
So, so whatever, Sleazy.
Sleazy,
what I said.
I was giving you a parachute, man. I was giving you a parachute. I
I
can't
only
say
Sleazy
you know,
wanted
man.
a parachute. No, in all honesty, I think
there's any going back on that.
I think it's funny that there are dudes out there be like, oh, you know, they're I won't say that guy's attractive. Be like, dude, I look, if you look at Brad Pitt, he's a handsome man. I'm not saying I'm, it's like that's not hard to do. Like, I mean,
yeah, it's not weird when you say that, Ryan, but when you have like all of your drawings there, it gets a little
yeah. No, I do have all the drawings and the pictures on my shrine. That part is weird. So
he's like Jack drawing Rose, except just every man.
Did you say wow?
Yeah.
So instead of Leonardo, so would that make me Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, Kate Winslet in that movie? Is that what you're saying?
Brad Pitt is Kate Winslet. What?
You said you said like draw it.
Rose murked Jack.
Is
Rose
Brad
did
Pitt-
not murk Jack.
Are you
no,
saying
Rose
Brad
did
Pitt
not.
is your Rose? Is that what you're saying right
Rose
now?
murked Jack.
Rose didn't
Rose
murk
murked
Jack.
Jack.
This is more important
Room.
than
On the door.
Tyler's gay joke.
Didn't he didn't murder him?
Didn't
She just
Godzilla murk
didn't
Jack?
save him.
There was not enough room on the board. We've already discussed this.
It was a door. There was plenty of room.
It was a door. It was hold on.
Also, he's kind of poor, so you don't really want to. She's royalty. You don't want to have the poor guy. He already banged her, right?
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Sleazy is into dudes. Sorry.
I admire the beard from one bearded man to another.
It's the
and Bush says Shadu is a good looking guy. Get on your knees, give me your hand. Shadu.
No.
You got a bird of mouth.
Wait,
I'm in danger.
wait until I tell Nomi that Sleazy thinks that we're all ugly.
Well, he didn't say
Not
Tyler.
me.
He didn't say Tyler.
Yeah, when Tyler's not here.
One last comment, and then we'll get back to this show. Dempsey says John deserved to end the White Walker threat. Arya should have finished her list. Bran should have gone back to the tree in the north, and Sansa should have been ended by her lust for power by Ramsay.
I agree on everything except for the Bran thing. I think he should have died in that cave because his plot doesn't go anywhere interesting.
That's a
Spoilers,
decent
I
point.
apologize.
It is a decent point. The Bran story was.
Says the
was
writer.
very-
I'm still on Sleazy's comment.
Are you?
Yes, because you know what? It's fine to joke around with you guys, but like when there's women on the panel, that's a little.
Sleazy says not into dude. Have a pretty perfect track record of proving that.
So are you saying Tyler looks more feminine than the other three of us on this panel? Is that what you're saying? Or the three with the camera?
You guys, you should.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Now it looks a little like weird because he just basically called me ugly, so that's great.
Well, that's not true. So
think-
I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
saying that you're ugly.
She
I'm
is
not.
not.
Saying,
I think
yeah,
he was
she's
joking.
not. Yeah,
Because you're all.
Well,
Just
according to
tune in.
Sleazy,
Just-
I am, so whatever.
Tune in every other Thursday for Dames and Dorks, and you get to see her
Sleazy
on
said,
camera.
"No, you three look more feminine than the other dude."
But you just said you like women, but you also find Tyler the most
Yeah,
attractive.
you also
Look,
find me ugly, so that's
I
great.
need to find a clip of like a
Tim
guy
Bright's
digging a
guys.
fucking hole,
I don't know
and
what to
I'm
tell
just
ya.
gonna start playing that whenever Shadow or anybody in the chat digs himself a hole. So we're gonna move on from the hole digging before,
Oh my God.
before Lily murders everybody.
If you're not looking the person in the eye.
I'm sorry
Sorry about what?
for killing your brothers.
Great
Man,
job, guys. You
Lily's
made
gonna
Lily
get-
leave.
I don't. Did we lose her? Did we lose her again?
You made Lily
Good
leave.
job. Good job. Should do.
Hey, that's on Sleazy this time.
Doesn't ever.
Nope.
Fucking shit.
It's all your fault.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if her phone went out because she's always she streams from her phone. So I've streamed from my phone. It's harder, much harder than a computer. It's easy to screw up and accidentally hit a button, especially if you go through Twitter, which is where I put the link. So if you accidentally hit the back button, it'll take you all the way out. So I don't know. We'll see.
I feel better. I do. That's getting very tense.
And then Roos is like, all right, I've heard enough of this.
What with him having murdered your brothers and the rest of your family gone?
This guy
is the nearest
guy.
thing to living kin
This guy.
that you have left.
Tim Talk. What's up,
What
Tim?
up? What up, Tim? Says, what's
wonder
up,
this guy
Boosh?
is- No wonder this guy is Shadow's favorite.
Sleazy said, did I make her rage quit? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think you did. Dempsey says, on your left to Tim. And Tim also said, sup, Dempsey, what's up? Okay, all right, let's get back to the Game of the Thrones.
Reek. You will give away the bride.
Jeez. I remember, yeah.
Someone
Just,
has to. What better person?
yeah, why not?
Good?
Yes, very good.
Wonderful.
Waldo and I have some good news as well.
And then Roos decides to knock him down on a peg.
So
Yeah.
knock him down a peg, knocks him down quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to have a baby.
With what?
Yeah?
I'm very happy for you.
And the way she's carrying, Mr. Wilkins says it looks like a boy.
Oh, dude.
He's like, fuck.
How did you find it?
That's what he says in the next scene. Him
I know,
and Roos
yeah.
have together.
That's my favorite line of the show.
I just
Not of the
wanted
whole
to-
show, but of this episode, I think.
Yeah. So it jeez. Oh, I accidentally muted it.
How can you be sure
Sure of what?
that she's pregnant? I mean, how can you tell?
Maester Wilkin has assured us beyond all doubt.
So, how did you manage it?
Manage what?
Getting her pregnant.
I imagine you're familiar with the procedure.
Of course, but how did you find it?
You disgraced yourself at dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Parading that creature before the start go.
And if it's a boy?
Uh-oh.
I'm worried about your position.
My position is quite clear. I'm your son. Until a better alternative comes along.
I mean, he's legitimized though. Like he is the
Never asked
eldest
me about your
son. Roose would have to get rid of him. Actually, that is a legitimate fear. Never mind.
Why would I? She had me. She died. Here we are.
She was a peasant girl. Pretty in a common sort of way. She was the miller's wife. Apparently, they'd married without my knowledge or consent. So I had him hanged. And I took her beneath the tree where he was swaying.
Jesus.
She fought me the whole
That's
time.
brutal.
Yeah, what is wrong with this guy?
Oh,
A lot.
it's
A year later, she came to my gate.
he adds a few extra lines to the book in the book that make it worse. He basically expresses that of that day, until his mom showed up with the baby, the detail he remembered most about that day is the fact that he had to get one of his horse's shoes replaced because it got notched on the ride. He had just completely forgotten about what he did to Ramsay's mom until he saw Ramsay's eyes and knew that, yeah, that's my kid. Roose Bolton is probably the worst person in this show. He's just so damn good at hiding it compared to other awful people in this show.
I don't know. Stannis is kind of awful.
No, he's not.
Well, not compared to Roose. I'm not saying Stannis is great. I'm kind of like nothing Stannis right now. And until it's when he decides that it's okay to let his daughter burn alive. That's when he turned into a raging piece of garbage.
Which is like everyone who wasn't Dumb and Dumber on the behind the scenes.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
matter, Shadow. We are reviewing the show as it is, not how you would want it to be.
Yeah, pretty much. So I mean, it sucks. It's gross. All the way around.
The child thrown in the river.
Good Lord, man.
Hindsight, you probably should have thrown him in the river.
Then I looked at you, and I saw then what I see now. You are my son.
Oof. Just. Oh my God. It's Do we really give a shit about Sam and Gilly?
Not really.
Do I want to hear the mushy love story?
No, it's just
yeah.
Sam is this is just planting the seed for what Sam does when after Maester Aemon passes. That's all it is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Stannis the Manus, everybody's favorite guy. Going to Dragonstone, there's more glass. Obviously, because it kills White Walkers. Why are we buffering?
It's time.
Bad internet.
Grace, wouldn't it be better to
It was the
wait?
first time the whole time that was bad like that.
Wildlings, we could have thousands more men. If Jon Snow returns with the wildlings, we can't wait that long. We have the advantage: more men, more horses, all fed and rested. But every day we wait, the odds shift in Bolton's favor. This could turn to winter at any moment. We have to act now. Give the order. We march at sunrise.
I'll choose a dozen men to stay and guard the Queen and the Princess.
No need to come in with us.
It's a tough road ahead, Your Grace. Won't they be safer?
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Half these watchmen are killers and rapists. No, they march with us.
Like, that's a fair point.
As you wish, Your Grace.
I mean, yeah, I don't disagree. It's not the best of the best there.
Like his options are take his wife and daughter on the campaign with him, where he can keep an eye on them, or leave them in Castle Black, where John would probably keep them safe. But he's also probably able to tell that John ain't exactly popular with his plan with the wildlings, and if there's a political shakeup, his wife may not be pretty and his daughter may be a child, but the Night's Watch doesn't have a reputation for good people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they dredge the dungeons and stuff like that to actually find people for the Night's Watch. So, yeah. Oh, sorry.
I hope you know
Screen.
what you're doing with these wildlings. You need those ships. You get them back.
I think I might get me a coat like that for winter.
Winter is coming.
I know. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
The red woman. John is like, there's a weird feeling in my pants right now. It's like, yo, she's
He's got a
relentless.
thing for
Dude.
redheads.
Yeah, wait till you see her boobs.
That's why he gets along so well with Torment.
He already did.
Yeah, he did, and she forced him to feel her up in a sense. Well, I guess I wouldn't really say forced.
What? I guess I missed that episode.
Yeah, it was last week.
Oh,
last week.
Yeah, it's when he's sitting at his desk and she comes in and like steps over like in front of him, like over, and he's like takes his hand and he's like,
what's the
let me show you what you're fighting for.
Yeah, let me show you what life is. It's like,
no, I did not see this.
Which is kind of weird because she's ultimately a walking corpse that's wearing an amulet to keep her young forever.
Ruin it.
Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber.
Tyler,
Thank you,
don't
Dempsey.
ruin it. Sorry. Dempsey says, hit that like button, share out the stream, and leave a comment after the stream is over. They all help. Yes, indeed, they do. And everybody's information is in the description down below. So make sure you subscribe to everybody, especially Shadu, because he's kind of the stream punching bag. Just kidding.
Well
Just kidding.
Self-imposed. I'm not upset that I die. I am upset that I no longer see Missandei from the Isle of Nath.
I never see Missandei boobs again.
She's just you'll fight again. She's comforting him. Are you ashamed?
You were ambushed, outnumbered. There was no way you could have known.
This is not why.
I love Missandei.
In war, there is no shame for this. I am ashamed because when the knife go in and I fall to the ground, I am afraid.
And fear death.
No, not death. I fear I never again see Missandei from the island of Nath.
Aww. And it's only setting up for disappointment when later on down the line.
I mean, like, maybe it's just like the bad taste in my mouth from how he doesn't die, or maybe I just never really cared about them, but I don't care about this scene. Doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, no, I mean,
sorry.
Yeah.
It's not gratuitous violence.
It doesn't need to be gratuitous violence.
Well, I mean, look,
but that is your go-to Shadow. So
one of my favorite scene in this show is a father telling his daughter, "I love you."
I did not ask for you to explain your pattern of behavior.
And I did not ask you to insult me by implying I'm some psychopathic, crazed, murder-obsessed lunatic.
All right.
You
I'm
do
a,
that
I'm,
yourself.
you know what? I'll get Nomi in here when she's sick and she'll hurt you both.
She will
Sleazy
cough
says,
on you so fast.
Gratuitous violence helps though. Yeah, no, gratuitous
does
violence helps. But speaking of not gratuitous violence, McQueen,
They deserve. If I give
even though
everyone what
she
they
was
deserve,
pretty
I'll have
violent
no right to
earlier.
rule. So Barristan counseled mercy when I took this city right up to the morning he died. Dario Naharis thinks I should kill the former masters and let the rest of the city fend for itself. What do you think?
Your Grace, I think that I'm not fit to have an opinion on these matters.
You are as fit as anyone I know.
You're as fit as a fiddle. Just
You
look
know
at
why
you.
I'm here. And you know who will suffer the most if this all falls apart. So, what do you think?
It's a lot more talking in this
Let me
episode.
tell you what I have seen, Your Grace.
Lot more context. Yeah, see, D-Day have our gratuitous violence. Thumbs up.
There you
I have seen you lean on their experience when your own was lacking, and weigh the choices they put before you. And I have seen you ignore your counselors
And then they kiss.
because there was a better choice.
No.
One that only
I
you
guess
could
Tyler
see.
really does direct pornography.
All this freaking foreplay, dude. Come on, get to it.
Well, if it was made today, yes, they would have already probably made out.
Yes.
And we would be better for it.
Absolutely. The world would that as
Please
well.
do not do this.
What about Vala Morgulis?
I did not want to die a coward. Apparently, I do not want to die at all.
Kith.
Now,
Takes
kid.
courage to admit fear. And to admit a mistake. I came here to tell you that I was wrong. I was wrong, and you were right. About tradition. About bringing the people of this city together. I will reopen the fighting pits. To free men only. Slavery will never return to Marine. Not while I live.
Yes, my queen.
Probably wouldn't have put that stipulation in there because D-Day says if it were made today, they'd be lesbian. They'd be Lebanese and unattractive. Yes, they
No,
would
lesbianic.
be. No, I know, but it's a joke from a long time ago from a TV show.
Okay.
Somebody who didn't know how to spell was trying to call her best friend a lesbian. But she spelled it Lebanese. So she's like, I'm Mexican, and she's like, are you trying to spell lesbian? And she's like, it was actually pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Yeah. So I've always kind of called it Lebanese.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, the show is a good show.
Lasting bond with
Couldn't make it today. I'll tell you that much.
I will marry the leader of an ancient family.
Fortunately.
Thankfully, suitor is already on his knees.
I mean, he's a smart pick. If she were to pick somebody, I say he's a smart pick. I really do.
Yeah, out of all of her options in Marine, he is the best pick. He is someone who has worked with her publicly, so it makes sense to reward his loyalty. He has great wealth. He probably has great influence with the noble families. So at the very least, she would get the nobles on her side. At this point, can't really get the peasants on her side, but at least the arms flow to them can be somewhat stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Or she could marry the captain, the fearless captain of this boat.
Well, he doesn't bring what she needs. I'm not saying in that sense. I'm saying status, because he has been basically banished from his family.
Yeah.
Right.
And even then,
and from her sight.
And from her sight.
And she's just playing hard to get, you guys.
No, I will say, I mean, and not in that way, but at the same time, she's so pissed off at him, and the only reason she let him live, but at the same time, she's like, if I see your face again, I'm lobbing your head off, is because don't fucking betray a woman. It doesn't matter if you're dating them or if you're friends with them, you betray a woman and they're gonna you up. So that's kind of the moral of the story there. Don't fuck around and find out. Sleazy. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sleazy.
Oh crap! It's muted. My bad.
Apologize for before. My mouth sometimes runs away from me.
Now at the start of the scene, Tyrion's like holding his head. He's like, he's not deep in thought. He is hungover.
Yeah,
because he hasn't drank in a while.
Our time together.
Oh yeah, he's
would be some wine.
That's called withdrawals.
Mm-hmm.
I am a person who drinks.
That's called an alcoholic.
People who drink need to keep drinking. Otherwise, they're not.
That is called a functioning alcoholic.
Functioning
You know where we are.
Thank you.
Taking us through Valyria.
I deal with them daily.
Tell the truth before.
No.
Sleazy says probably shouldn't share this on screen, but it's a joke, not a dick. People should quit taking them so hard. I mean, I know what you're referencing. I don't know. I don't think that's the context. However, I don't know. I can't. But we're not. I know. It says probably shouldn't share this on screen. That's my.
This isn't Dr. Phil, guys.
So that you know what, if there's any hard feelings on that one, it's on me. So yeah, it's on me. It's my stream. It's my show.
You're going to bring Daenerys a souvenir from her ancestral homeland in case I'm not enough.
I think you'll be plenty.
I think he's sailing the quick way.
Say? The Doom still rules Valyria.
Well, he's sailing a way
Not the
that
demons and the flames.
He's sailing a path that that pirates are scared to go through because of superstitions, and there's a legitimate threat in there as well, which we will see later.
It's not a superstition when there are things that can be described as demons lurking in those woods.
That's what I just said.
I mean, Shadow, just say it once. I'm in danger.
No.
Party
And the
pooper.
backs upon the end. The hills that split asunder. And the black that ate the skies. The flames that shot so high and hot that even dragons burned. Will never be the final sights that fell upon their eyes. Fly upon a wall. The waves, the sea wind, whipped and churned.
A city of 1,000 years, and all that men had learned. The doom consumed it all alike, and neither of them turned.
I would clap.
Yep, Boosh, the stoned men.
Oh, he's only now realizing Tim's here.
I suppose this is it then. This is what remains.
This would make an awesome area to just to venture through in a video game and like explore.
Hell, it would make a great show. Like imagine, you get like you get Drogon.
Yep.
You like you get a bunch of people on like a slaving ship or something like that crash into Valyria, and then they need to like work with like they first need to figure out a language that everyone speaks, and then like kind of like work together like with the slavers and the slaves. They're trying to like figure out a way to like signal people. Something scares them into the jungles, and then it basically just becomes them surviving as like each individual person gets picked off by demons and stoned men and disease and poison and betrayal, and like one or two people crawl back out with like some kind of lost relic or epic item that shapes Game of Thrones going forward. That would be cool.
Boosh says, I was thinking paintball, Ryan. Don't think I know what that's in reference to, but
I think he was talking about like the Doom. Valyria would be a great place for paintball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would be.
Sleazy says, Ryan, don't ever take responsibility for me. I'm a man. I deal with it as it comes. He says my channel should be proof of that. No, I'm not taking responsibility. I'm taking more responsibility the fact that you said probably shouldn't share this on screen. It's my stream. I didn't read it ahead of time. And that can get you in trouble. I mean, obviously we saw what happened with the good old Jack Murphy and Sydney Watson, where she read it out loud on stream, and of course he had a freaking meltdown. So sometimes it's best to screen things before you show it. I'm also kind of one of those guys though that I believe in people speaking their mind. So at the same time, I that's why I just kind of highlight things and I read it as it comes.
Except Shadow. You don't believe in Shadow speaking his mind, right?
Well, I believe in Shadow speaking his mind.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I because I'm actually friends with the kid, I let him know. I'm like, that might be a hot take. Maybe don't say that.
Yeah.
That might get you banned on Twitter.
He and Sam, unlike everyone else, let me speak before calling me a fucking idiot.
So, there's all different ways of endearment. JV just shows his with violence and in strong words.
Yeah.
All right. So the stone men, of course, do show up, and they attack him. And of course, don't let them touch you because you will get the grayscale.
Yeah.
And so they end up ultimately fighting with them, of course. We don't need to show the whole entire fight. I do actually kind of want to show one of their faces because they're crazy looking. Look at this guy. That's a face a mother could love.
Holy crap, that's an alien from Star Trek.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Messed up.
So anyway, the Tyrion falls in the water. The boat ultimately, ends up capsizing, and then of course, Jorah ends in the water himself as well, and they wash up on the shore.
You're heavier than you look. Any of them
He's a
touch
heavy
you?
dwarf.
You? I've seen grayscale before. Nothing like that.
Suppose that's why they send them there.
It would be kinder to put daggers in their hearts and be done with it. Thank you for saving me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed saving if you hadn't kidnapped me in the first place.
So, what now? We walk up the coast. With luck, we'll find a fishing village. Maybe another boat.
Without luck?
We've got a long walk ahead of us. I'll get some wood for a fire. Try to get some rest, huh?
That's the best idea you've had all day.
And it all ends on a happy note.
That's a bad case of a shingles there he got.
Yeah. Come on, show it, Jesus. God, the fucking law. Like,
it's building tension.
The only tension it's building is my agitation. He got the herpes. Bush says Tyrion is right. They're infected. Why allow them to infect others? It's a great point. But from what I understand, they're pretty challenging to kill, aren't they?
They're rabid.
Yeah. So
I think it's more of like, I think like some people can survive it. It's just that they're able to spread, like very low chance of surviving. But if you do, you're basically a zombie because you're in so much pain. But I haven't read too much on the grayscale, so that's just my assumption based on the fact that those fuckers are alive.
All right, fair enough.
We have seen it. We have seen in this series that if you catch it early, Shireen, you can have a normal life. We also see later on that there is a means to cure it. Once you are, the problem is once you are infected. Now Jorah, being a rather healthy human being, probably can stave off the infection a little longer than normal folks. We have also heard from Gilly that two of her sisters had it, and it took them it overtook them very quickly. So I assume it has something to do with. I assume it acts like a normal the viral or bacterial infection.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that would be the end of the episode. Let's toss around the horn here. And of course, Shadoo's going first.
All right. I meant to do a pre-show stream, but I had homework, so I didn't do that. After this, just hop over to my channel, and you'll catch me starting a Mountain Blade campaign using the Game of Thrones mod. Try to conquer Essos, try to conquer Westeros, or just make a kingdom. I'll see what happens then.
Sibush.
Friday night, I'll be back at this channel, Legion Talk, for Friday Night Royal Rumble, where we'll be talking stuff and things in pop culture, and will not be on the rails at all. And then back at my channel next week, before this stream, there will be the Game of Thrones Mountain Blade game. And then this show, same time, more or less every week, 7:15 my time, Central Time, 6:15 Ryan's time. Game of Thrones, Season 5, Episode 6.
Tyler.
Yeah, I just dropped a video movie review of Jawan. It's a Indian movie, and it's pretty good. If you want to go check that out, that's on my channel. And yeah, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. And of course, last and certainly not least, the man who says good night. Go ahead, buddy.
Check me out Wednesday. I will be dropping my episode review of Ahsoka episode 6. Thank God this series is almost over. And then Thursday I will be on with Roman of the Empire discussing the same thing, along with Beard of Liberty, Josh from Popped by Culture, The Untamed Mando, and Jacob Ironside, along with Roman of the Empire and Shield Wall of Dragons. And then Friday, I'll have a topic, don't know yet, dropping that in the AM, and then back here, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, for Friday night's Royal Rumble. This is his channel. No one gives a shit about him. Thank you to all the chats, and have a good night. Have a good night, folks. Toodles.